Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Mixed messages about COVID-19 precautions at Virginia Military Institute.
It's something that is, quite frankly, frequently ignored.
Ultimately, the health and well-being of our Corps of Cadets is paramount.
The number of cases on post and what VMI is doing to protect cadets.
Coming up, 2 were killed and 2 are still in the hospital after a fatal shooting at this restaurant in Martinsville Friday night. The list of charges 2 men are now facing.
Coronavirus cases are trending downward in Southwest Virginia. Good evening and thanks for joining us for 10 News at 6. I'm Lindsay Ward.
I'm John Carlin, but that's not the case at VMI, and there are allegations that safety protocols are being ignored completely. 10 News reporter Jessica Jewell working for you tonight, digging deeper into these complaints. She joins us now live on Post.
So Jessica, leaders announced stricter guidelines just last week.
That's right, John and Lindsay. Tighter restrictions went into effect here on Post on Thursday after a spike of 50 new COVID cases. That number is now up past 80. And tonight, some are criticizing VMI for not doing enough to slow the spread of the virus, saying the school knowingly put people's health at risk.
It's sad. It's disconcerting.
An annual tradition at VMI Saturday is drawing criticism about COVID protocols. Breakout is the most important day for first-year cadets, requiring lots of strenuous physical activity. We're told dozens of cadets were pulled out of quarantine, given rapid tests, and allowed to participate if they tested negative. VMI telling us those cadets were supposed to be separated from the rest of the group, with protocols encouraging 10-foot distancing and wearing masks when not exercising.
If at any time that was not able to happen, you know, we've heard of some instances where that wasn't able to happen. We're looking into that.
But a loved one of a cadet who was there says that's not enough.
We have not only people in quarantine who should not be with everybody else, but there was nobody's wearing masks because of the activity they're doing, and it's very hard to keep everyone separated.
She reached out to 10 News to voice her concerns, but asked us to protect her privacy. We heard similar concerns from others who were involved.
He says that ultimately COVID doesn't exist at VMI. It's something that is, quite frankly, frequently ignored.
VMI says that's not the case.
Ultimately, the health and well-being of our Corps of Cadets is paramount, and we want to know about these instances so we can correct them and ensure that moving forward they don't happen again.
But with COVID continuing to spread on Post, some say it's too late.
They were just decided to be thrown in with everybody else. And in my mind, that's such a huge violation.
The woman who reached out to us tells us she notified the health department about what happened Saturday. So we also reached out to VDH. They gave us a statement saying, in part, VMI has been provided all the appropriate guidelines on COVID mitigation measures. There is no public health investigation at present. You can read that full statement on our website, WSLS.com. Live in Lexington, I'm Jessica Jewell, 10 News, working for you.
Happening tomorrow, former President Donald Trump's second impeachment trial begins. The Senate leaders have agreed to the terms of the trial. Tomorrow will be a 4-hour debate about whether the trial is constitutional, followed by a majority vote. Then on Wednesday, each side will get up to 16 hours for presentations. The trial will pause at 5 p.m. on Friday and resume Sunday afternoon to observe the Jewish Sabbath.
Meanwhile, in your Virginia politics tonight, a bill aimed at preventing suicides at gun ranges won't move forward. The bill that would require background checks to rent a gun didn't make it out of a Senate committee. As we reported, the bill was introduced because 2 men took their lives at a gun range just weeks apart. People against the bill were worried about the wording. A bill that is moving along, marijuana legalization. As we reported, both the House and Senate passed 2 slightly different bills on Friday. In the Senate bill, anyone 21 and older would be allowed to have less than an ounce of marijuana. The process to clear certain marijuana offenses would start July the 1st. Legal sales wouldn't start until January 1st, 2024.
And we really are confident that they'll be able to reconcile their differences and put forth a bill that they can all agree upon.
Up next, both chambers have to review and vote on the same bill.
New at 6, we are learning more tonight about what Danville plans to do with the money from the approved casino. Much of it will go toward education. After it was approved last year, a committee got to work asking where else the community wanted to see the money go. Those priorities include economic development and expanding opportunities for new jobs.
We're just really excited about the future of Danville. The thing that we want to focus in on is setting ourselves apart from other communities so that we can be a community of choice.
City Council will have meetings with the school board to discuss how to spend the money.
2 are dead, 2 hurt, and tonight we know the 2 men who face charges in this weekend's Martinsville shooting. 10 News reporter Alexis Davila goes through court records to show us what exactly happened.
With bullet holes still etched onto the wall, the Mexican restaurant El Norteño is closed, but the investigation is not. Police have arrested 2 people, Jamal Jenkins and Rosario Eggleston. Jenkins faces first-degree murder and firearm charges, while Eggleston is being charged with aggravated malicious wounding and discharging a firearm in public. 2 men from Martinsville were shot and killed inside the restaurant's bar area Friday night after an argument. According to state police, they've been identified as 23-year-old Kalo Martin and 33-year-old Siobhan Reed. We're told the shooting continued outside in the parking lot, and that's when a police officer on patrol nearby heard what happened and responded to the scene. Investigators say the officer opened fire, hitting one of the suspects before they went back inside. A dozen customers and 20 employees were trapped inside, but police say no more shots were fired. 2 other men were hurt and are still being treated in the hospital. And looking at warrant records, the 2 people who were arrested have no set bail, but they do have a court hearing in May. In Martinsville, Alexis Davila, 10 News, working for you.
You are looking at a live picture from our Liberty University Skycam overlooking the Hill City. Maybe a couple of wispy clouds here or there. Otherwise, it's a beautiful sunset in progress. We will, however, let you know when more clouds move in, when temperatures will actually fall into the 30s, and when we could see more wintry precipitation coming up.
Hey, we want to say the biggest, coldest thank you for your support of this year's Polar Plunge.
Yeah, with your generosity, Special Olympics beat its goal, raising more than $800,000 to help athletes of all abilities have access to sports and other opportunities. And this weekend, our own 10 News Polar Vortex team took the plunge at the Botetourt Family YMCA in Daleville.
Yeah, you helped us raise more than $7,000 for Special Olympics. Those with the Y also jumped in to help.
I think this is one good way that you can help out the community, because a lot of people in the community will benefit from this event and the funding.
So COVID-19 restrictions meant teams couldn't gather for, of course, that one big plunge they typically do. Instead, each team got to come up with their own creative way to take the plunge.
And it was a lot of fun and filling a need in the community.
Part of our goal is to have children ready for kindergarten and create a smooth transition.
Why one child care center means more than just another place to drop off your kids.
For many parents, childcare can be hard to find, but the search will soon be a little bit easier for one Campbell County area considered to be what they call a daycare desert.
New tonight at 6, 10 News reporter Tim Harfman shows us how the new Brookneal site is shaping up to shape young minds.
For many Brookneal parents, the commute to get their kids to daycare has been part of their very early routine.
One of the parents would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and would drive all the way to the other side of Lynchburg to drop their child off to come back here to be at work by 6.
Educator Nicole Cruz says that's because the closest child care facility is about 30 miles away.
It's hard on the children to have to get up and be ready that early in the morning. Yeah. My heart broke for that family.
Now crews will teach a new class at the Brookneal site opening in a few weeks in the lower level of the Patrick Henry Memorial Library. It's a partnership between Campbell County Public Schools, Lynchburg Community Action Group, and Smart Beginnings of Central Virginia, part of United Way.
Part of our goal is to have children ready for kindergarten and create a smooth transition.
A transition into the public school system. Garen Martin oversees early childhood education for Campbell County and says this center is vital for children ages 3 and 4 to have a social experience.
To learn something is to interact with it, and to interact just solely with the screen and not having that one-on-one high-quality interaction does have an impact.
They're offering in-person classes. School leaders say the facility can accommodate 8 students due to COVID-19 guidelines, and tuition is free. In Campbell County, Tim Harfman, 10 News, working for you.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
All is quiet right now on the satellite and radar composite for us. We did see a lot of sunshine today. Clouds as close to us as West Virginia. Precipitation as close to us as Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana. This is going to, for the most part, stay to the north of us here as we head into Tuesday. However, things are all going to change for us here as we head into Wednesday and into Thursday. So what we're tracking here, a couple of different storm systems. The first one could bring us, again, a couple of light rain showers tomorrow morning, say towards south side. May bring us a couple more light showers towards the mountains tomorrow afternoon, but Tuesday is still pretty quiet. Chance for a little bit of rain tomorrow, 20-25%. So more of us stay dry than get wet on Tuesday. By Wednesday, that changes. I would say by Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, we're certainly going to have the chance for some precipitation in areas along and north of 460, especially into areas along and north of Interstate 64, where we could see some snow, okay? We could get a light accumulation of snow towards the highlands here as we head Wednesday into Wednesday night. And then as we head into Thursday, we're really going to see some widespread precipitation moving in, and it looks like it could be in the form of a snow, sleet, and freezing rain mix towards the highlands. Farther down to the south, it might be a rain versus freezing rain forecast. The exact temperature matters so much, but it does look as though a wintry mix is on the way for us area-wide heading into Thursday and Thursday night. Now, the impact of the ice, anywhere between 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of ice. You get some coated cars and also some icy spots. When you get 1/4 of an inch plus, that's where you have some icy roads and some scattered power outages. When you get over about 1/2 inch of ice, that's when you see widespread power outages and potential damage. The warm nose is definitely going to be with us here for at least most of the area, especially in areas south of Interstate 64. Notice at around 4,000 feet, temperatures are going to be in the 30s and lower 40s, while the surface temperature may hover 32 to 35. So this warm nose aloft may actually hinder the snow potential for us here in some locations as we head Thursday into Thursday night. Notice towards the highlands, though, at 4,000 feet, it might be 33 degrees, and at the surface, it might be 31, 32. So the warm nose towards the highlands not quite as strong as it will be in other locations, and that could again mean for you a little more snow, say up towards the highlands here by Thursday and Thursday night. Tuesday may have some fog around, patchy drizzle towards south side. Wednesday may have that mix north of 460, and then Thursday may have freezing rain, rain possible in most spots, but up towards the highlands may still have that chance for some snow showers. Ahead of schedule in Blacksburg, so far, we've had 21.9 inches of snow. That's the most through February 8th since 2010. Other locations, you're right at normal in Danville. You're a little bit below normal in Lynchburg and also into Roanoke. Temperatures stand for us right now, 30 in Hot Springs, 40 in Lynchburg, 45 in Danville, 38 in Blacksburg. For tonight, not as cold, fog and drizzle late, overnight lows 30 to 36. For tomorrow, warmer, partly sunny. A few showers can't be ruled out, but for the most part tomorrow in the mountains, 40s and low to mid 50s. Outside the mountains, 50s to even flirting to near 60. Temperatures are going to cool down though. 40 to 41 Wednesday and Thursday. Then we're in the 30s Saturday and Sunday. We talked about Wednesday and Thursday a lot. May need to watch another storm system by the week.
Some news and notes for you. More on the poll. In addition to UVA at 9, West Virginia's 14, the Hokies 18. Still the Zags and Baylor atop the poll. Kane saw social media of UNC partying after the Duke win, which led to the cancellation tonight. And the Jayhawks are out of the top 25 for the first time in 12 years. Tom Brady, worthy of your cut it out.
NBC Nightly News is next.